That's good. So, man, we talked about a lot of cool stuff. But one thing that I found interesting is the fact that you said you're going to go back to school and be awesome and all that cool stuff. But you also, I'm sorry, that was so corny.
I'm going back to school to be awesome.
Yeah, bruh.
That's my degree, awesomeness.
Awesomeness. But one thing that you pointed out that I thought was cool, you said that you're 24 in a class full of 18, 19-year-olds. So is there like a, I don't know, like a hierarchy? Like, do you feel out of place? How is that?
Well, people think that I look like I'm 18.
Eh.
It's the glasses now that make me improv. I don't know. But a lot of people just think that I'm their own age, so they don't do anything. It's just weird, though, because I really am like an old lady inside. And so I see people with their phones out taking selfies in the middle of class or driving. I've seen people taking selfies while they're driving. I'm just like, why? We know what you look like. No one's going to forget. Like, I just don't understand.
So, see how you're coming back to school. How do you say, or how do you feel that things have changed since your first time around the block?
With me or in general?
In general. Because, let's see.
They're crazy. The kids are crazy. They're wearing, like, oh, my God. This makes me sound like I'm a grandmother, but I show up on campus the first day, and, like, 85% of the people in general, not just girls, everyone, 85% of everyone is wearing a crop top.
Really?
Yes. Like, they look like they're dressing up to go to some type of runway show.
Maybe they're just trying to be seen.
Yeah, and I guess. See, I didn't do that. I don't know.
I mean, what was cool when we were freshmen in college? Like, what was, like, jerking and all that was, like, the wave.
I don't know. Wait, was that?
Like, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was a freshman back in 2009, so.
Oh, yeah, I graduated high school 2009.
So it's like, yeah, jerking and, like, that was cool. Skinny jeans.
That was so cool.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I feel like it's just a different era, you know? I mean, you'll always have 18-year-olds every year. And there'll always be something different.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I guess. See, I know that, okay, I could look back and I could be like, if I met myself then, I'd probably be annoyed by myself. But I wasn't that bad. I know that I wasn't that bad because I didn't want to be like, oh, I'm that person.
What person?
Just that person just that person everywhere. I didn't want to be that, the loud people. And that's, I think, another reason why I just am mostly quiet. And I still do that in my day-to-day life now is if I'm doing something, I'm like, am I being that person? And if I am, then I just stop. Like, because no one wants to be that person. It's just, like the person who goes out to a restaurant and they're just laughing so loud and everyone else is quiet and they're just laughing, or their phone goes off in a quiet place. Like in class, this kid, oh my God, this kid came into class and I sit in the front of the class and it's a big lecture hall. There's no attendance policy in the class. If you're coming into class, the teacher started the lecture. You're not listening. He's not taking notes. You're clearly not listening because you have your music up that loud for everyone to hear. Just leave. Just stay home. So I'm just, and my thing is I'm sitting here trying to just like, okay, just let it go. And, people will be people and maybe they don't. But when things come down to common sense and people not having it, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. But I mean, you're honestly, like, you really are, what you're doing right now, some people would say is bold because you left school and you went back. There are some people right now in the world who left school and they might not necessarily want to go back because they've gotten older. They might be nervous or intimidated. So what would be your message to the people? What? But you, sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying that's interesting because I've never thought of it that way, but I remember right after I graduated high school in 2009, and there was already the issue of not being able to get money to go to school. And okay, my mom's gonna hear this because she won't send her the link. That's what she wants me to do. Okay. But I remember there was already the issue about not being able to get money to go to school, and I was just like, okay, well, I can just work for a year and then save up money, and then I could go to school on my own. And everyone, no, if you don't go to school right away, you're never going to go. And that was always weird to me, and it still is because I don't look at my life in just like a linear fashion, because first of all, it's always, I'm going to school, I'm doing music, Navy, okay, scrap that and restart. So, but it's always just weird. Like a lot of the stuff that I know, like with music as well, I taught myself because I want to learn. And I guess, I don't know. So that's crazy to me is I want to go back to school. I want to have my degree because, well, I guess it kind of helps. But there are people with degrees that's another story.
Yeah.
I don't know. The people, I would just say I think people feel like they're too old to go back and they're going to be made fun of, or, oh, that time in my life has passed. And I don't think, I know that when I get older, I don't even want to say hopefully. I know that I'm going to be still very lighthearted and young-spirited because I don't look at it like, oh, I'm 50 now. I have to stay at home and
Can't listen to Kanye no more.
Oh no,
I'm 50.
I think that's how people get old. Is they just are like, oh, I'm old, so I should act like I'm old, and then they get old. I think if you keep doing the things that you love and you keep having just a youthful spirit about things, you'll stay young.
That's real.
So I think especially if there's something that you feel like you should have done when you were younger, you should definitely do that. Just at
anything.
Right away. Do it right away because I don't know. I guess people think too that we just have all the time in the world, and I just don't agree with that.
I don't either. It's a lot of people that's wasting precious time for whatever reason, and once they realize that maybe not necessarily your time isn't up, but there was an opportunity that you could have possibly made the most out of, and you definitely missed it. So that's really a good way to look at it, because I remember when I first started college, we had to take like general electives, all that lame stuff, and we had to take a computer class, basic computer class, and in the class there was this lady who could not use Microsoft Word.
Yeah.
Like literally, like she was embarrassed. Like she was like 30. She was definitely older than us. She was like the mama of the class. And she couldn't, I mean, she was nice. She was sweet. She used to like bring us cookies and stuff. She was nice.
Dang.
I'm so serious.
She catered?
Yeah, she was like the nicest lady, but.
Because she needed help with everything.
Well,
she was bribing you with cookies.
She probably was, but at the same time, in my mind, the fact that you're here is bold, and you shouldn't let this stop you from whatever it is. Like, you're at school for you.
Yeah.
Like, you're not here for us. You never met any of us before you got here. So you shouldn't let Microsoft Word be the reason as to why you don't fit. Like, you should let Microsoft Word be the reason why you don't get your degree. So
I can kind of see that. I think maybe, I don't know. But I know, especially, so I didn't grow up in the United States. Mm-hmm. And it was weird coming back here because, like, I didn't grow up here. I didn't know a lot of the culture. I didn't listen to the music. I didn't wear jeans. I didn't wear makeup. I moved back for 8th grade. And it was, why don't you wear makeup? Why don't you listen to this music? I'm like, I don't know. It wasn't important over there. That's not how I was raised.
Yeah.
But part of that, it made me question, like, okay, well, am I weird or something?
Yes. Nah.
Well, because I just feel like over here, and it's maybe the same in other places in the world, but I feel like over here, if you're different, it's a bad thing. That's what most people think. So they're afraid to just do whatever. And I don't know. It's still so weird to me. Like, just do what you're going to do. There's really no one, it's just a group of people that just say, like, oh, we're making the rules. But I don't know. I don't know if I worded that right. But I just think that holds a lot of people back because you're here. It's your life. Do what you're going to do. And even I see I'll bring it back to music. Musicians are afraid to do something because they're like, well, no one's going to like my music. Really? Really? There's so many artists today that literally don't make any sense. And people still download their music, come out to support them, and they just have this crazy following that makes no sense. But there's so many people in the world that I feel like if you do anything genuinely, that other people will just vibe with that and support you naturally. And
right. Tell it, girl. Dropping all this knowledge. The Shy Girl dropping all this knowledge about why you should be confident.
I think, yeah. I mean, to anyone too, yeah. Just be yourself, really. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. There's always going to be people that don't like you for some reason. Yeah. But there's so many other people that would like you and relate to you if you just are yourself and do what everyone has a purpose. And if you don't follow that thing that pulls you down your path towards your purpose, I just feel like you're not really going to be successful in what you do, because that's not what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And I think the people who are different are that way for a reason, because they're supposed to bring about change in the world that we need. And when they don't follow that, I think it really just, there's no progress being made.
That's real.
I think if people are different and they have this talent and they feel weird because they're the only one with that talent, they should definitely pursue that.
That is real. You should. I mean, again, you left college because of life. You went back. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of those people who are 18, 19, they can probably get a lot of wisdom from you and your experience. You know what it was like. So
of course they don't. No one listens. They have to learn for themselves. They're like, no, this is cool.
Yeah.
Frat parties are the best thing in the world. And you're like, no, like.
I mean, they are fun though. I mean, I'm like, hey, they are fun.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's real, but no, that's real. I 110,000 agree with what you said. Whoever is watching, whoever is listening, whatever it is you want to do, go for it. Go for it. If you want to make cookies or sell ice cream, you be the best ice cream distributor out there, because this is your life and you got to live it. You got to live it for real.